Hello everyone, this is Stuff, you're watching Stuff HD, and today I have kind of a confession to make because I've kind of become an Apple fanboy. Alright, so let me try and explain this. Most people that know me would probably think, oh, that Stuff, he hates Apple. And that's never been quite true. I've hated a lot of things about Apple. But, you know, I've always had like iPads. I've usually tend to carry an iPhone as my backup phone. And I've had an Apple TV forever. And I've had a MacBook Mini since 2010. Now, in my opinion, Android and Windows are better operating systems when you want to do more stuff. I truly feel that way. However, I've been learning that the less I do with my devices, the more I want them to do certain things right. And that seems to be the case with Apple. When you want certain things done and you want them done right, you cannot go with Apple. There have been a couple of things that have made me move towards the Apple ecosystem. And one of them happens to be the same thing that made me move towards the Android ecosystem. Back in the day, I used to have an iPhone 3G. But Apple was pissing me off with all the stuff that they wouldn't allow people to do. And, you know, they would come out with crazy excuses for why it couldn't be done when I knew very well that it could be done. So I ended up moving towards Android. Now, Android was starting to piss me off, or more Google than Android, really. I have put out some smart lights in my home, and I got my Google Home so that I could control them with my voice, and that was cool. That was working awesome. Then I realized that with my Nexus 6P, I was able to put the Google Assistant, because for whatever reason, Google Now was not able to control my lights. So I figured, okay, Google Assistant seems to be very much exactly the same that you find on the Google Home, so that should be cool, right? Well, I got Google Assistant working on my phone, and it still wouldn't control the lights. So that made no sense to me. So that was like the first thing that really bugged me. However, later on, what really got to me was the fact that my Google, Nexus 6P had a very particular issue where everything on the phone worked beautifully except making phone calls. Like the audio, I could hear people fine, but they would hear me all muffled. Now, some people were saying it was hardware, some people were saying it was software, and sadly this was also the case with Google and Huawei that made the phone. Google would say, oh, that's a hardware issue, you should go talk to Huawei. Huawei would say, oh no, that's a software issue, you should go talk to Google. And that type of customer service was really annoying me. Then the Pixel was announced and the Pixel was released, and I was very upset that Google was completely forgetting the Nexus brand, and they killed the Nexus brand. So I was like, okay, Google, you're kind of turning into Apple. So if I'm gonna deal with somebody that's behaving like Apple, I may as well go with Apple, who actually has been doing this for a while, and they've been doing it very well. Some videos ago, I explained that I had started minimizing. Part of minimizing, I was getting rid of things that I didn't really need, and I didn't really need multiple phones. So when I decided to get rid of my other phones, I decided, you know what, I want to keep an iPhone because of the fact that I don't do that much with the phone anymore. You know, I used to do all kinds of stuff, root it, flash it, all kinds of things. And back then it was necessary. You know, phones were pretty slow, so anything that you could do to speed up the phone was awesome. But I haven't had the need to speed up a phone in years now. So yeah, I decided, you know, if I'm gonna keep a phone that's gonna be my phone, I want it to be a phone that's not gonna be giving me certain issues. And I want a phone that's just gonna work most of the time. So then I decided, you know what, I want an iPhone. Not only because of that, but because of HomeKit also. HomeKit, it's freaking amazing when you have smart lights and smart other things in your house. And it integrates so well with everything. Stuff that Google is barely now getting to. So now I had an iPhone, but now my Huawei watch wasn't working very well. It did notifications okay, but all the other stuff that I liked about the watch I wasn't able to do, like talking through the watch. So I ended up selling the Huawei watch so that I could buy me an Apple Watch used. Then I realized that not only could I talk through my Apple Watch, I could also make payments through the Apple Watch. So I really enjoyed that. So then I decided I got the iPhone, I got the Apple Watch. may as well get an iPad Pro. I've been wanting to get an iPad Pro since forever, and I could really use it at work for note-taking, so I ended up getting one of those also. And remember that Asus Q324UA laptop that I reviewed a few videos ago, or more like a few months ago? I replaced that with a 13-inch MacBook Pro, the basic version, not the light touchpad or whatever version. So now I have the MacBook Pro, the iPad Pro, the Apple Pencil, the Apple Watch, the iPhone, the Apple TV. I'm not sure what else is left, but I think that makes me an Apple fanboy. I can't really say I'm a fanboy because I still hate fanboys. Whenever I see somebody that absolutely loves a company without ever trying the product of some other company or without ever even looking at it, to me that's a fanboy. You know, like at least go and check out what else is there. And if you don't like it, then you have my respect. Go with whatever you want. Not that people need my respect or anything. They usually don't care. Apple still does many things that I find super annoying. I will say though that the very fact that they control everything, they really do a very good job at making everything work together. Now, still, my iPhone is the most Google-fied iPhone I've ever seen. Like, I have everything Google that I possibly can because I just think they do better apps, and also because I don't want to be all that stuck to the Apple ecosystem. You know, I don't want to be buying movies on iTunes that I will only be able to play on Apple devices. I don't want to buy music that I can only use on Apple devices. I did try Apple Music for a while, but I went back to Google Music because I can't give up my YouTube Red. So yeah, basically I have simply come to an age where I don't do that much. I don't do that much with technology, and I don't need that much. You know, I wanted the MacBook Pro because I wanted to be able to edit pictures and edit videos, and I like the screen on it. Now, I could have gotten plenty of other Windows laptops that have better screens. Well, when I bought my Surface Book a couple of years ago, or last year, whenever it was, I thought I was doing the right choice. You know, it had a beautiful screen, and I thought I was gonna really like it, but turns out there were too many things about it that I couldn't even use because then the battery would die. It had so many little issues that really annoyed the crap out of me. So I decided if I'm ever gonna buy an expensive laptop, it's gonna have to be a MacBook, just because I know that they work. However, I ended up getting that Asus instead because I still really didn't want to go with Apple. And then I ended up buying the Apple one anyway. And you know what? I'm very happy with it. So anyway, that's my silly confession. I really just wanted to make this video to test this new camera that I'm playing with here. It's a Lumix G7, a little bit older now, but you know, it's new for me. So hopefully it looks good. This should be in 4K. I don't know if it is. I don't even have a 4K TV. So I'm trying to make 4K content that I won't get to enjoy. But I'll probably do a review of the camera at some point. I just really want to use it first for a while. All right, well, I'm gonna get going because this video is probably too long already. You all take care. Remember to follow me on Twitter at RealStuffHD, Instagram at RealStuffHD, and that's about it. Don't follow me on Google+. Just don't. I don't even know where that is anymore. You all take care. I'm out. Bye.